Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is ISU31 and welcome to my debut episode of my F1 career modes using F1 2010 and driving for Hispania Racing Team or HRT or team that doesn't quite exist anymore. Hi, I'm Derek. I'll be doing this long-term project I've been wanting to do for fun. My goal was to start here using the Codemasters game in 2010 and work my way up the ladder with each next season of the game. So I'm going to race for HRT, do what I can, and by the end of the year, whatever contracts I get offered, I will, and whichever one I accept, I'm going to drive for that team in F1 2011, and then we'll keep going until we get caught up. As you can see, we get started with the going through the lineups there. So you're starting P20 ahead of my teammate Bruno Senna. Weather looks good.
Good for this session. Dry weather all the way.
Thanks, Rob. The annoying engineer, Rob. I'm an engineer, by the way, and so it's funny that talks me down and be like, "Oh, you're just a stupid driver." That was a horrible accent. So strategy lap 8, which is about a third of the 25 lap race. On the options, I go into primes. I'm okay with that. It's a pretty good rule of thumb, especially when playing the 2010 version with the Bridgestones. The options last about a third, primes 2/3. See the car setup. That's how I'm going to do the car setups for this series. I'm not going to tweak every individual thing. It's going to be quick setup. Probably and realistically should have probably went full dries. I could easily do it. I was kicking my teammates' ass, so I had to adjust the times a little bit. Oh, excuse me. And we get ready to roll out in the grid. Oh, my first career race. How well will I do? We got the Mark Webber on pole. There's me sitting at 20th, just right ahead of my teammate on options. So it looks like everybody's on options running around me here. I had a bit trouble here trying to find the right revs when first gear was good, then third gear. And there I go, getting past. And probably, if I would have adjusted the gears a little bit, I probably would have got a better start. But in no case, going to turn 1, try to get him back. And there goes Degrassi on the inside, the Virgin. Truly holds me up a little bit. And I'm in dead last. It's going to be a hard climb to get to 18th at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Here, they're a bit slow here on this first lap in this start of sector 2 here. See the Degrassi going up the hill, held up, and want to pass him on the outside. And he comes back, and there's Truly slowing. Everybody's slowing down. Stick to the outside. Try to check Truly, and he bumps me again. In this section of the track, if you don't recognize it, don't worry. This was only on the 2010 version of the track. They added this section. Now we're back to the original section. I don't like that new section. It's too bumpy. I can never get good. I lose too much time through there each and every time. But overall, I do like this track. And very good flow track. This turn right here, I like this turn a lot, but it's easily to overcook it, spin out, run wide. It's kind of a tricky corner to nail the apex, but it's one of my better corners. And here we go. We're gaining on True. Try to get the toe in this short little backstretch here, but this is a corner I struggle with a lot. This little high-speed fourth gear corner. I just can't seem to get the grip out of it. That's why I had the downforce up a little bit just to help me with the grip. Here's another corner I struggle with in sector 3. I was losing a lot of time in sector 3, and it might be because of the downforce, but I'm in an HRT. Not much I can do about it at this point with no upgrades. You see my Senna, my teammate, holds up Truly, and I'm going to get a toe here. Lotus should be a bit better in the straight line, but I'm definitely in his toe. I jump out and I see Bruno And I'm going to try to squeeze in between here. And no, I just can't quite get the stick, but I managed to get by Truly. So, back up to 22nd. Looks like we're still racing ahead, but I gotta see if I can try to pass my teammate before he starts to pull away, because now it's lap 2. The AI will start to pull away a little bit. Still green in sector 1. Good, good, good. One's a little wide there, gain a little bit. Yeah, this corner, this set of corners here it's so bumpy and it's so hard to nail right. And I run a little wide there. This hairpin's annoying. Don't like it. This section's very good, but I was having trouble trying to get, since I was so slow out of that hairpin, I was having trouble getting through that corner very fast, and it's easy to lose on a little left-right or right-left section. Heading down here to this tricky turn, left-hander. Nailed that one pretty good. Bruno's definitely pull away a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to quickly go over the mods I'll be using on this game, because this game is modded, if you hadn't noticed already. Using the True AI mod, that's probably why you see all the AI still bunched up after lap 2. It's because the catch-up file's been disabled, and I've adjusted some settings. For qualifying and practice, they will be on Legendary, because the times in those are kind of, it's kind of based on what they're, it's, I forget how to explain it, but it's different than their actual pace that they're running on track compared to the times that show up on your screen. Here I'm trying to get a toe, Ah, if only I had DRS or DRS. But nope. Wasn't an option yet in 2010. But back to the True AI mod. Highly recommend it for this game. It makes this game, F1 2010, much more enjoyable in my opinion. It makes the AI race a bit better, more consistent, and they do tend to make mistakes, which I'm hoping Bruno would, but he's looking pretty good right now. I'm kind of keeping up with, but you see Truly's now caught right behind me, which doesn't surprise me because Lotus is a bit better. It's the better of the backmarker cars between us, Lotus, and Virgin. A little wide there. He's gonna look on the outside, but no, he's not gonna try. Luckily, they're pretty good through here. The only corner I have a problem with the AI is the last corner. Is that they tend to run into me. I know in qualifying, Barrichello ran right in the back of me the last corner, and I brake as late as I feel like I can with this car with the handling, and I just get whacked every time somebody tries to dive bomb. Nails me in the back, but this Truly's just hanging on. And he's kind of holding me up a little bit. I'm trying to hold him up, and Bruno's kind of pulling away. My plan is to slow down the AI. They're running at professional level in the AI Toolkit. Just because on Legendary, it's a little too much for me at this current point. If I feel like I'm getting a way too big of an advantage, I'll bump it back up. But I'm not gonna. Right now, sitting at professional at this race, it's about ideal. I'm in an HRT. I should be fighting with the back markers, not mid-pack to, fighting for points. Gotta be a little bit realistic. Qualifying was interesting. Like I said, this scene, I managed to start 20th. But it was, for the last 5 minutes of that session, it was me and Truly swapping for that 20th spot back and forth. And I managed to get it just as the checkered flag come out. And I pipped him. I got into the line last before Truly. And, I mean, we went back and forth for about the last 2 laps there. And I managed to take him there, and as you can see, my rear tire is starting to go. Just a lot of that's probably on me for being a little bit more aggressive, trying to get out of these corners, trying to catch up, trying to hold my ground against Trulli and Degrassi behind me. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, we'll see what the pit stops offer. But like I said earlier, the goal is to run Legend on practice and qualifying, and I'm only doing the last P3 practice. I'm not going to do P1, P2, just because of time constraints. It's another reason why I'm only doing 50% races. It's only an hour video at the most, instead of a 2-hour, which I don't mind doing. It's just a pain in the ass to do commentary and just record all this to get time set aside. But I didn't feel like doing just the third practice and just doing quick setups. I can get on in there, I run wide there, manage to keep the momentum. Still hitting green sectors, so that's a good sign. Other mods I'll be using, I do have helmet mods put on. Saw on the right before the start, I had Groom Chandok's helmets. I took his car, so I'll wear his helmet. I got all the real drivers' helmets modded here. I've got, you can sort of notice the tires are starting to wear. I have a tire mod on here that shows, that looks really awesome. Shows the wear on these Bridgestones. And I also have True Light mod. As you can see, my tires are yellow now, and I'm about 3 laps from my pit stop. So it'll be the rate they're wearing. I can make it to about lap 10 before they're completely shot. But I'm not gonna change the strategy. I'm kind of gonna wait and see what the other AI cars are doing. I'm not sure what they're gonna do at this point. We're starting to stretch out a little bit. There's a big gap of cars holding up in front of Bruno, so I'm hoping they stay like that. We can kind of close the gap a little bit. I'm just trying to be as smooth as I can and not make mistakes. But I am definitely excited for this series. Like with the settings, the research I've done with all the mods and how I've set them up, I think it's going to work out great. Definitely, this was joined this little section of the race and did it all in a day, which I'm pretty stoked about. And I do enjoy racing games. Oh, there you see my teammate diving into pits lap 5, which is really early. So I don't know if he was going to try to make a 1 stop or 2 stop. It's hard to tell, because Rob doesn't give you good information. But there we're up to 21st. And we got Glock and I believe Gold Lions up there as well, since they were kind of around me as well. But definitely surprised to see Bruno pit on lap 5. Because, yeah, my tires are worn, but I'm still putting in good, decent lap times. I mean, I'm not pulling away from Trulli or anything. I don't expect to. I expect to be struggling to pull away from a Lotus. Yeah, looking decent. I didn't check the gaps before, but that's okay. And Trulli just hounding me and hounding me. There, run a bit wide, a little late on the brakes there. Trulli gets up on me, but I'm able to pull away a little bit with the gearing I have. Like I said, I didn't make any really much changes at all, and it definitely hurt me on the start a little bit, but like I said, the only thing I'd take back is I'd probably take more aero off, because you can run it all the way dry. I just thought, well, with qualifying, after my 3rd practice, I was about a second. Based on the times, I was a second faster. So what I did is went back and I changed, you can change the times that get displayed. I gave them about a second more. And you see there's a few more cars in the pits. I believe that's block going in. And there's 2 more cars in the pits. And somebody just came out.
You're approaching one of the Red Bulls.
And we're up to 18th, so we're right where we need to be. And that's Weber, who's on the pole. I didn't know what happened to him. He must have made a really bad start. We're pitting on lap 7. So at this point I'm thinking, well, the guy's pitting. But you see Degrassi is behind me now. Truly must have jumped into the pits as well. So it definitely got me thinking, are they on a 2-stopper or a 1-stopper? I mean, on normal full distance races, everybody pretty much does a 1-stopper besides a few, but they usually pit about the same time I do. But on the other side, I'm thinking, great, I won't have a pit stop bug. I probably could have had a little, yeah, I think the setup just was a little bad on my part, but it was doing the job. This track I know fairly well, and I figured a little downforce wouldn't hurt, especially if I'm running on a 1-stopper. And yeah, straight line speed will probably be hurting a little bit, but I'll need all the grip I can get. And there you can see it's starting to go orange on the rear. I'm still on the green on sector times, and there I run wide. That's not good. And Degrassi's gonna get her. Oh wait, that's Kubica. My apologies. He just came into the pits as well. He must have had a poor start.
back.
And I know I don't have anything for the Renault. The Renault should blow me out of the water, but I'm trying to get it to, but look at him go. There he goes. Bye-bye. And there are 2 more cars in the pits. So now with the 17th. Oh, and there I bumped Kubica. Just running a bit too hot. It was a mistake on my part. Got a little too excited. But Massa's leading the race. I think he's been up there since the start. That's not cool. Felipe Massa just faster than everybody. Here in 2010. I definitely feel the grip starting to go in these tires. I'm at my pit stop lap now. I'm assuming Degrassi behind me is going to come too. But since he's pitting one stall in front, the stall in front of me, I might not get the pit stop bug if I pull the gap enough. But we've got pretty decent gap too. I really don't see the cars behind us. Well, there's a little gap there. We may end up being good here, especially if, you know, some guys went on 2 stops. I think I heard Kovalainen say he was back on options, which means they were 2 stopping. So I'm like, interesting. Like I said earlier, typically this is a 1-stop race, even on full distance.
You need to pit in this lap.
Pretty good first. A little bit wide there, but right now I'm doing pretty well, I think. I mean, Kubica's going to drive away from me, that's no question, but I definitely pulled a little gap there on Degrassi. He must be, his tire must be shot as well. Going to dive into the pits here.
Kubica has just put up the fastest lap of the race so
And you
far.
notice I don't have the, I do have the pit stop things on. As you can see, they put me on options, which wasn't my strategy. My strategy was to go to primes, but I think was suspect primes. Figure it's a 1-stopper. I gotta tell you, know, 5.5 seconds, not the fastest stop in the world, but not bad. No pit stop bug there. You know, just gonna try to limit my stops, because I think these tires should last till the end. I really can't tell. I got a good look. So we come out back up 23rd. So now I gotta think. Well, I gotta hope that they're on options and they'll come in again. So anything can happen at this point. I just gotta try to keep it on the track. Primes, all my practice was on primes, and that's a good tip for people if they're editing setups, just to practice on primes, get the grip for them. I mean, there's definitely a difference. There's a good second. I think I was running about 2 minutes on the ideal setup for practice with the primes, and then qualifying I did like a 158.7, I think. And it was, I beat truly by just a couple hundreds. It was back and forth every lap. It was exciting. You see, truly, he got held up, and just as it goes yellow, he stops on track. And I think he was trying to get underneath my teammate. My teammate again blocks him. So I'm not going to complain. I'm going to take that spot right back. Anytime a faster car has trouble, I'm going to try to take advantage. Lap 9 here. There's my out lap. Definitely, they definitely pulled the gap a little bit since they pitted before I did, and I stayed out. You know, Bruno pitted about 3 laps before I did, and he's definitely got a bit of a gap. He took advantage there because I really contemplated coming in early, but I'm like, I don't know. I mean, can I make? You know, I'd be hurting towards the end on the front. I'm gonna be hurting on a one stint, on a one stopper. I'm gonna be hurting on the primes towards the end anyway, so I might as well just. And I was making good enough time on the options still, but they were starting to go. I wasn't going to get much more out of them. We're going to go lap 10. Let's see. The gap here as we cross. And we're back in the green.
You're just behind Bruno.
4 seconds. So Bruno's pulling away a little bit. But I can't tell what tires he's on. Obviously engineering this first version of the game. First year of this game from Codemasters was a lot better, give me a lot more information, but I'll just try to make the best guesses I can. You know, he talks a lot about Ferraris, but Ferraris are up front, I don't care. And they're run really wide, easy to do in that corner, and I do it quite frankly because it's a very tricky corner to get the braking just right. And here, took that corner pretty well. Yeah, I'm still lamenting. Should have went to the dryer setup. Oh well, it's the first race of the season. I wasn't expecting to. I want to try to, like I said, my goal is trying to make this as realistic as I could. You know, and other times I've raced this track, I've been pretty consistent. I'm almost, you know, mid-pack, just holding my own. And, but I'm hoping this series, because I've never actually finished a career. I've started many, and I've never quite finished it, because I've always tried to do long distance, 100% distance, and like I said earlier, it just becomes hard to make the time, so I figured 50% works good. We're nearing halfway. Take a drink here. There you can see I knocked off a second that lap, so something tells me that maybe his tires are starting to go, which could be a sign that he's on options. But I'm thinking, oh, I'm gaining. Gotta try to be consistent. I got the fresher tires at this point in the race.
Change gear at lower revs.
I'm a bit wide there. Usually do on that left right kink. Oh. Yeah, I do apologize because some of these races are going to be very boring because I'm not going to be editing. Again, it's a time constraint thing, so it's easier if I just do the whole race and then try to figure out how to do the commentary afterwards. So I hope everybody's enjoying it. If you have any suggestions or comments, feel free. Like I said, I plan to make this a regular series. I'll just try to work my way up to F1 2013 or 14, depending on how long it's going to take me. For the mods I've installed, if you're wanting to get the game, if you've got the game, you want to dust it off and try it with the mods. The website's a race department, and they do a bunch of F1 modded games. Of course, it's on the PC. I am doing this on the PC, and I am using a wheel. The wheel I'm using is the Logitech Driving Force GT wheel, which is for my PlayStation, but I got it working for my computer, and I'm pretty comfortable with it. The force feedback and everything didn't change any settings really. Just, I mean, I'm not. If I spend too much time nitpicking with settings on the wheel and the setup, it becomes just way too time consuming on my end. But I'm just trying to make this fun, as fun as I can, and realistic as I possibly can be. So yeah. Just moving along. So far so good. Looking good so far. The Grassi's not really hounding me very much, so at this point, not bad in that corner, but not ideal. I mean, there's definitely corners on this track where I was struggling quite a bit. Just could not quite get the apexes. And here I was up 2/10, which is a good sign. And Bruno's still kind of within that over 4 seconds. He's just kind of running by himself. Not going to have much luck unless they're pitting like I think they are pitting. And you can see there's 2 cars in the pits already. So they must be 2-stopping. I believe that was Glock and probably Kovalainen as well. And there I am up to 20th. So now my teammate has to pit again. I might have a shot at this. And I believe this is where I cock it up. Yep, wheel spin a little too hard coming out of that corner. Sliding a little bit, and I managed to keep the Grassi kind of on me, but now he's right on me. Just, and there he goes around the outside. Oh, that's disappointing. And he's on prime, so he's on 1 stopper. And, oh no, it's just going tits up. I mean, just as I get up to 20th, I lose it in that corner. And I hadn't been spinning there all day. I figured the higher downforce would help me a little bit, keep me from getting loose there, but I just was a little too aggressive on the wheel spin. It caught me out. You do have to focus on the wheel spin. But it's part of my fault. I'm not the most seasoned racer out there. I mean, I've played my fair share of online racing and whatnot, but I'm just gonna let it. It's a rookie mistake in a crappy car. What can I do? So now I got Truly behind me again. See, this lap's gonna be terrible. 4 seconds off that pace already. And Grassi's slowly pulling away. That spin definitely kind of affected me because now, and there you see, I think he bumped me there. Right into the back of me.
Surely you should be doing tire change within the next
4
3
seconds
laps.
off that time. That's definitely not good. I'm a little surprised Truly's not be able to get the front line advantage on me. Oh, and there I run wide. Oh no. Oh no. Can I hold it? Yeah, I squeeze him out just a little bit. I was trying to make it hard for him. Definitely that spin's got me being a little bit more conservative and not really attacking, but I'm just making little mistakes that are hurting me there. I lost almost 3/10. Which stinks, because if everybody's two-stopping, I might have had an opportunity to get where I needed to be. Man, watching this back makes me wonder sometimes, what the hell was I thinking? You don't think, you're just driving, you're in the zone. And there, again, running wide. It's an easy corner to run wide on, but it's a little more forgiving than this corner. Nailed that one pretty decent. Lap 14 on the backstretch here. Trying my dyno, run wide again. Come on, Derek. Get your head in the game. Losing way too much time right now. The primes are definitely not the tire. I definitely was struggling when I switched the primes now. I mean, I had a good stint right off the bat, but now I'm struggling a little bit. I mean, the goodie out of the tire. I mean, the tires are still good, but I'm just sliding around a little bit more. I think Bruno just pitted. No, I just think that's the table there, being goofy. I don't think he's ready to pit yet, but I think he's getting ready to, if I remember right. You can see Degrassi's starting to gain on Bruno a little bit, so. And you see those two guys that pitted after me, which I believe was Glock and Cole Land, they're right behind me as well. It's good to see we're all still pretty bunched up here. I believe that's Cole Land right behind Truly. I think he gets by him. I'm just like trying to focus, trying to hit my marks. Oh man, just running wide in the corner is killing me right now. Just the primes, I wasn't having the grip like I was in the options. Just trying to get accustomed to it. I'm starting a little backmarker train. It is fine. That's what the HRTs are best at. Driving like turds and holding everybody else up. It's the best I can hope for. But even with this, I'm not a professional. It's so much better. It feels a lot better. The AI are definitely, especially in the race itself, they feel a lot more. They can be a little bit more aggressive, but you know, it's not to the point where they're ridiculously outrunning me. I mean, they are outrunning me, but part of it's just through the setup choice. And I'm just piss poor driving on my part. And Truly's, and there you see Bruno's finally getting to the pits. I really don't know why everybody was two-stop back here. I mean, they just wanted another go on the options, I guess. So back up to 20th. I'm back to where I started. I mean, shoulda, woulda, coulda. All I can say, I'm like, man, if I didn't fall all the way to the back to start, I might be doing pretty decent right now. Let's see, there's Degrassi. There, I'm starting to feel the mojo back. The tires are starting to look a little bit worn, but not yellow yet. He's not pulling away too much, but he's got a bit of a gap. I'm gonna struggle trying to catch him. I gotta hope he gets hold up, because he did look like he had primes on. And my engine going red. It always goes red in that corner. And again, running wide, just not braking early enough to make that corner.
Okay, looks like
I'm pushing hard just to keep the gap and not let Truly and Kovalainen and Glock, I believe, gain on me. You see Bruno's lagging back there in last. But he should be coming on strong with a fresher set of tires than all of us. I don't recall. And there's Kovalainen. You see Kovalainen is ahead of Trulli. But I'm starting to get a little bit. I'm getting back on the pace. It is helping me that the Lotuses are kind of battling each other right now, allowing me to pull a little bit of gap. So it's allowing me to get back on the race pace, only 800ths off. Like I said, Sector 3 definitely was struggling a little bit. 4.8 roughly for Degrassi. Let's see if I can close the gap here. Now that I'm kind of free of the Lotuses breathing down my neck, I can kind of focus on attack. Yeah, after that spin, I was very cautious of that corner. I really wasn't attacking it like I normally would. Usually I can attack it pretty well, but I was a little surprised that the tires I lost so much wheel spin there on fresh tires that were only a few laps old. I didn't see the gap there. Wasn't paying attention. Wasn't paying attention. Yeah, see, it's not the cleanest race I'm doing, but I'm definitely pushing. You see I'm hitting the rumbles. Not hitting apex as clean in some sectors of the track. I'm losing a little bit of time. Now, the line's back on me. It's not good. Come on, Derek. There, I see somebody diving into the pits while we're on the back stretch, and there's Kovalainen just breathing on me. Can't quite make the move stick. I'm not far enough ahead of him. Yeah, that sector was not good. Now we're at almost 6 seconds, so I'm definitely losing time on this lap. But I believe we're past halfway now. Oh yeah, we're warmly past that. We got 8 laps to go here. 6, we're across the line. No, not 6. Eric, do your math. 7. It's embarrassing when you can't count sometimes. Well, and then there, Trulli caught back up to Kovalainen, so maybe I can pull away just enough. I definitely was pretty good coming out of the corners acceleration, but I was pushing a bit harder coming out of the corners than I probably should have been. No, it's not there because I was just trying to be conservative. But this uphill part, this first part of this new sector, I do like. It's real fast, but you got to be careful approaching those little kinks right there, because I think I do lock up maybe once or twice in this race. And I was locking up in practice quite a bit, just braking a little too late. Locks up the right front tire. There you go, off the apex, and oh, there I go, on the rumbles, just pushing too hard, and I hit the wall, and oh my goodness. Derek. Another silly mistake. I mean, see, I bumped the wing up because I do have damage. Rob's yelling in my ear to get it, to keep it up.
Stay out. We can fix that during your next pit stop.
But I think it was on, I believe it was only yellow, so I'm not too worried about it. But that's 3 spots I lost right here just because of that, just pushing too hard in that kink. And then I'd probably blame that on me because I was just a little too aggressive going through those kinks, just trying to maintain my pace. Because that's a part of the track I felt like I was losing some time. Fortunately, Bruno's way the hell back there. He's staying out a little bit longer. Definitely hurt him a little bit. So here we go. We're getting 6 laps to go. 4 seconds behind Glock. But, you know, I didn't lose a whole lot of time with that spin, but I lost enough. I lost any chance to try to keep it up to Degrassi. And, you know, I could see sections where the cars are still pretty bunched up, which is pretty crazy. You know, almost 20 laps into a race, but that's the AI mod working for you, which is good. I mean, I'm thinking the way I set up the AI going from Legend to Professional was ideal. I read that somewhere on a forum when I was doing some more research, because originally I was just planning on tweaking the AI percentage for the race, because you can also change the percentage of how hard they attack, or the percentage rating on Legendary. It's all the way up, I think, over 100, or I think it's at 100 plus whatever Legend AI times percent. And then I just felt like, because it would vary from track to track depending on, you know, how well I need to track, and it just became a hassle. And I gotta see if I can catch up. But I think Professional's fair, because they can pull away from me quite easy, but not ridiculous amount unless I make pretty consistent times. But I'm kind of up and down on these primes. I'm not. And I see somebody diving into the pits. That's truly. So I'll be able to get one spot back here. And then I see somebody coming out of the pits as well. I don't know who's that on the mini-map. I think it's one. Yeah, it's Barrichello on the Williams. Barrichello in the Williams. He was, like I said, in qualifying, he ran right in the back of me. Actually, got knocked out of Q1, but he already did a hot lap and already made it through. But he ran right in the back of me in the last corner when I was on my out lap, I should say. And he just ran right in the back of me. And it just, yeah, I do weird stuff in practice and qualifying. You know, they slow down. He slowed down for me. I went by him. Then he's like, "Oh no, I gotta race him." Well, even though he was coming in for, I know he was coming in for a pit, because he was way off the pace. And then boom, right in the back. Luckily, he didn't damage me any, but. And there's Bruno. He's smelling blood in the water. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat my teammate." At this point, the Williams definitely, there you can see the yellow on my wing and my rear tire. So now 5 laps to go. The prime tire is starting to come undone. I'm kind of thinking, yep, I think this is about where I'm going to end up being. You know, see Barrichello's running down Kovalainen right now. And here, I decided to screw it. Last 5 laps, I should have been doing this a lot sooner, lowering the wing down. And I believe Rob gets pretty pissed at me because I leave it down for this track. I found like you gotta keep the wing down. The first and third sectors the way to keep it down, but sector 2, keep it up. And you see Hulkenberg coming out of the pits. Both Williams do stop as well. I mean, I could definitely go for a new set of primes, but I'd be back in last. And there, bumped the wing back up. Probably a little too soon, but I don't want to risk it going into this corner. I want to get it up before I get into that corner, just so I don't get too loose or too tight where I crank on the wheel too much and I end up breaking loose. Still, there's 4 cars not too far ahead of me. Hulkenberg, Barrichello, Kovalainen, and Luke Glock still up there fighting. It might have been Glock, Barrichello's trying to get by. It probably was. I think it was Glock. Oh man, it's just, I'm sitting there like, man, what could have been? You know, what could have been if I would have just a good start and not have those 2 spins? I'd probably be right in front of Degrassi still, which would be ahead of these guys, and not being pressured. But I'll learn the next session. Bruno's definitely. And there, I turned it down a little too soon. I should have kept it up for this corner. I'm like, uh-oh. And I was going to turn it back, but I'm like, oh, I don't want to waste my turn because I need it back down for your final sector. So I just rolled with it. It's an easy enough corner where I've got enough downforce on the rear to keep it glued, but I'm still losing too much time. So here we go, we're down to the last few laps here. Tires wearing out. So right now I'm just thinking I gotta keep a teammate behind me. I gotta beat Bruno. That's, if I'm not gonna reach my objective, I have to at least beat Bruno to salvage something from this weekend. But Bruno's gonna be coming. He's in true, I can see truly just coming up too. He's gonna be flying up my rear too. Coming back up into this corner. Yeah, there we go. There's a whole gaggle of cars right there. Just ahead of this. I mean, I see Degrassi there going ahead of this set of 4 cars. I mean, like, I could be right up there fighting Degrassi. So, I mean, and I'd be meeting my objective as well, I believe, if I would have just not made any mistakes. But I did. It is what it is. I'm going to try to run these races as they unfold and not try to quit, restart. Might restart if it's a pit stop bug. I'll try my best not to. I'm just going to try to guess, yeah, I best I could. Like I said, I did not expect a 2-stopper from everybody around me. I mean, Degrassi seemed to be the only one with me doing a 1-stopper. Wasn't expecting that, you know. The engineer at the start told me just 1 stop, and I was fine with that because it's what I'm used to on this track. And you can see just well, my best lap's only at 2 minutes. I mean, definitely qualifying, I was under the 159. Those are 158.7 on qualifying. But that was with low fuel on fresh options. And there you can see Bruno's getting hounded by Truly.
Truly's lapping faster than anyone else. He's just put up a new fastest lap.
If only I could get a break. I mean, I don't think Degrassi's going to make much of a mistake, but I'm hoping these 4 cars ahead of me, you know, if something happens. Or if I can they slow down enough where I can catch them. They're holding their pace pretty well, and they're starting to spread out a little bit. That's Kovalainen, so Hulkenberg and Barrichello must have got through. So 4.7 to Covey. And Truly has gotten by Bruno. So that's not good. Truly wants another piece of me. I think Truly's getting sick of sitting behind HRTs. We're definitely compromising his race, but you know what? We need to beat these guys. They're going to be one of our rivals for the year, along with the Virgin cars of Glock and Degrassi. I really was kicking myself these last few laps. Like, oh my god, I could beat. Why did I have to push too hard and spin? And we're almost done, folks. Thanks for listening to me ramble for this long so far. I hope you're enjoying the video. Like I said, any suggestions or comments you have, feel free to post down below. Pretty good. Like I said, pretty good in the first 2 sectors, but that 3rd sector, just that corner going in, that first corner of the sector, it's tricky to nail. Keep the speed up, and then this corner I slow down quite a bit as well. And there I run wide, and no, Truly gets beside me. Truly's beside me. He's going to get by me, maybe. We're running side by side here with 2 to go. Oh my goodness. And there I see somebody spun. Get a caution, no passing, but I'm ahead of, and there you see, I believe that was Barrichello and Kovalainen spun, and Truly got help as well, and Bruno gets through. So, oh, wow, up to 20th. I'm back to my starting position. I'm like, woot, woot. Oh, man. What could have been? If I didn't have those spins, I'd be probably up at 17th. Oh. Now I'm really kicking my own line. Ah. And luckily for me, I got to that corner before Truly did. He backed off. He didn't press the issue. He backed off. And I found the gap in between what looked like Barrichello and, I believe it was Barrichello and Kovalainen. Barrichello must have got spun out there in the corner. So now this race is going to get a little interesting because now I'm going to have 4 cars behind me that are much faster trying to take my position. So I managed to salvage a little bit out of this race, but you know, obviously not meeting my objectives, not the goal. The team's not going to be too happy with me. Bruno's doing a good job holding everybody up, but I think somebody got alongside him there. Somebody's going to get by him. This Truly gets the position back. And look at the 3 cars right there, just all bunched up. Bruno's a sit and duck once he gets past again. Man, Bruno, we both did a hell of a job getting through that caution there last lap. And you know, I hardly ever see the AI spin like that towards the end of the race. Usually it's kind of in the middle or at the start. But last lap, just trying to not make any mistakes at this point. Go through there, good. And 5.9 up, blocks out of reach. At this point, I'm gonna have to settle right now. Truly's breathing down my neck. He's gonna be right on me here when we get. And there's Felipe Massa winning the Bahrain Grand Prix. Good job, Felipe, baby. Come on, Derek. Come on. You can hold him off. I've held off Truly pretty well this whole race, but he's right on me. This corner. If I can just make it to the last sector, one piece, I'll be okay. Gotta nail this corner. I go a bit slow. I actually downshifted to 3rd instead of keeping it in 4th. Mental fart on my end, but I managed to keep it together. No, he's right on there, right on me, boys and girls. They are right on me. So now I'm thinking, uh-oh, gotta make it through here clean, brake as late as I can. He doesn't bump me, and no, it's a drag race to the line. I'm gonna cheat over just a bit, and he's not gonna take it. So 20th position, and yeah, it is what it is. Fastest lap 12 on the prime tire.
We're at the wrong end of the field, but at least
our cheese just not where it needs to be.
Well done.
So first race, interesting first race. So it's Massa and Alonso and Hamilton on the podium, followed by Vettel, Rosberg, Button, Schumacher, and De La Rosa. Good job him, coming up from 16th. They got Petrov, Luizzi in the points. Sutil just misses out. Weber finishes 12th. So does Kubica 13th. Alguersuari, Blemmy, Kobayashi, Degrassi in 17th. That should have been mine. Hulkenberg, Glock, myself, Truly, Barrichello, Senna, and Kovalainen ended up at last. So the Ferraris looked strong this first race, taking 1st and 2nd. McLaren's up there as well. Red Bull not looking very strong the start of the year. Oh, man. So I got half of my objectives set for this race. Definitely felt like I could have got it if I didn't make those stupid errors. But there we go. Up to 2. And I believe, yep, it's interview time. Not going to react the team very hard at this point. I know I don't have the car to be competitive, but I'm not going to put them down the press just yet. I'm not going to say the car is underperforming just because I did manage to beat my teammate. But the next race is in Melbourne, so hope to see you then, guys. Take care.